Hey everyone, I'm Jamin. I'm with Kingdom Camping. I'm here in front of our very latest Adventure Pro Mini 2.0 camping trailer. If you're not familiar with these trailers, they're built on a steel chassis underneath. They have laminated and insulated walls. The water is inside. There's heat and air conditioning. There's a big lithium battery. So they're very rugged. They can travel off the grid, function completely off the grid, and also work for 4 seasons camping. They've got a very attractive profile, starting with this front toolbox here, the aluminum. This trailer, we actually added in this extra hitch basket, so that holds up to 3 extra totes of 5.5 gallon for fluid, either water or gas. This trailer has the DO35 articulating hitch up front, which allows the trailer to articulate from the tow vehicle as it's off-road. There's also a handbrake that ties up the electric brakes underneath, and you can get a glimpse of the CRS2 suspension that's underneath this trailer. There's no axles, so very good clearance off-road. You'll notice this client upgraded to do a full wrap on this trailer. This is an Aztec gray with white topography lined wrap all the way around this trailer. On standard builds, our spare tire is mounted in front of the toolbox, but this client moved it to the back in this basket, which allows for the additional basket in the front. This also requires us to add a swing out arm on our standard shower here on the side. So this swings out away from the trailer, away from that spare tire, still within reach of that exterior shower right here on the end. Here up top on the trailer, you see that rigid aluminum roof rack encases the entire roof. There's two 200 watt solar panels up here, so 400 watts of solar. And here is the Dometic RTX 2000. It's a 12 volt air conditioner that operates right off the lithium battery that's aboard this trailer. So you got air conditioning completely off the grid on this trailer. This client also did add an extra solar port right here. So if he's parked in the shade or just wants more solar power, he can plug in a portable panel here and run it out away, set it up away from the trailer a bit. This is the shore plug here, where you can plug into standard 120 volt outlet to charge the battery from shore power. And then this is an additional SAE port for just extra 12 volt power going out of the trailer. You can see we've got these rock sliders all the way around the trailer. Protects the camper from tree branches and rocks. There's heavy duty arc stabilizer jacks, one on each corner, to set up when you're at camp to keep the trailer stable. We did add some extra SAE ports here on the roof rack for this client, just for lighting or any other 12 volt features he wants to plug in. These amber floodlights above the entry doors are standard. Helps light up the night when it's dark, and they don't attract a ton of bugs like the white ones. These fenders over the wheels are heavy duty, allow you to stand on them to get up to the roof rack, adjust your awning or check your solar panels. Over here on this side of the trailer, we also have a little port here. It's a DC port, and it fits your Starlink Mini. So if you set it up here on the roof, you already got power right there to plug in your 12 volt Starlink internet. Down below here, you have an external LP gas quick connect chuck, which when you open this here door, you've got the stove right here under the fridge slide, plugs right into that when it comes out and gives you gas on your grill. Here on the rear of the roof rack, you also see extra SE ports. Down below on the chassis, you have a 2-inch hitch receiver for a bike rack or a cargo rack. Obviously your lighting back here, your license plate holder. This is the outlet for the Truma Combi, which is your onboard furnace and hot water heater. And since we're down here, we can look at the suspension here. So that's the CRS2 suspension from Cruisemaster. No axles underneath this trailer. Allows the shocks and that coil spring to give you a nice smooth ride on those off-road trails. All right, here in the rear galley kitchen, you've got the large door that opens on struts. And here you can see the beautiful green, sage green powder-coated aluminum cabinetry. Got a switch here for our lights in the kitchen up top. There's a beautiful topography engraved backsplash here, sink cover, and the stainless steel sink. You got hot and cold water here. Back behind that, you've got some good access to your plumbing and your shower back in there. There's drawers here next to the sink. You can store stuff Up top, you've got good overhead storage space. And then, of course, you got the dual zone ISCO fridge freezer. That all comes out on this slide over here out of the side door. When that fridge slides out, there's a fold down counter here, which allows you to utilize this space for countertop. There's also a removable Bluetooth speaker here. You can take it off, carry on your hike, put it back up here to charge. First, you've got a fire extinguisher just in case. There's an outlet here with USB A and C type. You see the vent here, which allows air to breathe to that Truma Combi furnace hot water heater. It's right underneath there if you ever need to access it. So you notice these windows are dual pane acrylic, so they've got a very good insulation value, and they won't shatter like your typical glass windows, so that helps with the insulation and just your overall your ruggedness for off-road use. See that continue here on the entry door. You pick the door with the window, and we've got the lock here with the keyless entry here. So when we open this up, you'll see this window has a shade and a screen built into it. It also opens, so you can open that, have the screen and a breeze coming in. You'll see inside the trailer here up front, you've got the entertainment center, which includes all your electrical components, your Truma, your Red Arc. There's a TV, there's wireless chargers up here, and this client specifically added in these two Soroka fans up by that moon gazer window. Just gives you a nice breeze. So let's hop in and we'll have a closer view. So this Red Arc Red Vision screen here allows you to see what's going on with your battery. Right now 100% full. We've got some solar charge coming in. It's basically float charging, keeping it at 100%. You've got all your light controls, interior lights, floodlights, all your controls, your water tank level here, and your temperatures here. So lots of good electrical information, very easily operatable right here on the screen. And there's also an app, Red Vision app for your iPhone. And you can actually control all that via Bluetooth, turn on and off your lights. When you're using this Truma Combi, first you're going to want to turn on the 12-volt power, which is up here on the Red Vision. That gives the 12-volt power to the Truma, which makes that error go away. Now, since it has power, all the way to the left is your heat. So you click on that, go to your set temperature, click it. Now it's set. You can also go all the way back to off and click it, and it'll go away. Now your hot water is the second setting here. You go to on, eco, or hot or boost, set your water level. There's also a fan speed all the way to the right, sets how hard that vent is blowing. And those vents are actually located right back here on the top of this bump out wall, right above your mattress. Got the hot air blows out here. And then this client added in these additional outlets here on the rear wall. Those have the USB A and C type built right into them. You'll see up top here, there's lots of overhead storage here. This is that beautiful aluminum powder coat. And this client actually did split color. So he did his kitchen in sage green and did the interior in sandstone. So we can do that. Normally there's an upcharge comes with it because of the split color. There's more labor involved, but we are able to split the colors. Back in the rear cabinet, we do have a longer cabinet that we can swap the lock to be lockable if you want to have a gun safe in here. And down below is our folding bunk. So a lot of people use this just to store their items off of the bed, maybe your backpack, your boots, or anything you got. You can also use it as a sleeping space for a young child, and it folds up out of the way when it's not in use. You can fold it up, take this net down, and just move it out of the way if you're not wanting to use it. Up top is the 12-volt Dometic air conditioner. So the controls are right here on the display. And like I said, this runs right off the lithium battery. This client did the upgraded 519 amp hour battery. So with good solar, this really can run indefinitely as long as you're recharging your battery. And it runs completely off the grid. Now, one neat feature about this trailer is the first time we did a split mattress. So there's two separate mattresses here, basically like two singles. And so this client, if he's out alone, he can just put out one single mattress, sleep on one side, and he's got the other half of the bed, would be the bed he's got for storage. He's got his floor open for his shoes or his backpack or anything he's bringing with him. Now, if you've got a whole family, you can unfold both and have the entire floor be a bed. It ends up being 78 by 59, so it's just a hair under a queen, but a very large bed for such a small camper. If you guys enjoyed this content and want to see more trailer builds just like the one behind me, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll be posting more trailers, and I'd love to show you.